Hey everyone, good evening, good evening. So I was reading Newsbreak and came across an article that was posted 6 hours ago. And many of you are probably already familiar with Bohemian Grove. I've done videos in the past talking about Skull and Bones, 322, them good old boys. Or should we say, not always so good boys. But anyway, the article is titled American Presidents Who Were Part of a Secret Society, Bohemian Grove. This article is very tame. It doesn't tell any of the stuff that you hear whistleblowers talking about. It's kind of basic, but I thought I would go over it nonetheless. The Bohemian Club is a prestigious social club in San Francisco that was established by a group of men painters, authors, actors, attorneys, and journalists who were all influential and engaged in arts and culture. Since its establishment, the club's membership has grown to include prominent politicians and wealthy business people. It is a retreat for the world's most affluent, rich, and influential people, where they go to gather, socialize, and engage among themselves. The club is particularly well known for its traditional summer get-together, which takes place in a location known as Bohemian Grove in the redwood forests of Sonoma County, California. This tradition has been carried out into the 21st century. Founded in 1872, the club is constructed over a vast area of 2,700 acres of forest, and it is getting harder and harder to get to. Boy, is it hard to get to. They got snipers and stuff out there, so go ahead and try to get in. It isn't going to happen. It's that secret, shall we say. This makes the events and the people involved even more mysterious. It is one of the grandest social organizations in America, with even the presidents being members. The member is hard to get as it entails a thorough screening process. Here are some U.S. presidents who were part of the Bohemian Grove. Herbert Hoover. One of the most famous presidents associated with Bohemian Grove is Herbert Hoover. Hoover was one of the most prominent members of the club prior to his presidency. He enjoyed the company of like-minded people and frequently attended the club's gatherings. Interestingly, Hoover was the first U.S. president to address his membership due to his presidency. In this way, he started a tradition that is still carried on. He is said to be in the camp caveman in the club. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon was also among the leading members of the club during his time. He was known for his regular attendance and enjoyable company at the club. It is also true that Nixon faced some backlash from the general public due to his association with the club, as it was painted as discriminatory against women and minorities. Ronald Reagan was also a member of this highly exclusive group in his lifetime. According to sources, he was in the Owl's Nest camp in the club, along with many other influential people of his time. Reagan was often seen hanging out with his friends from the club in his leisure time. George H.W. Bush. George H.W. Bush is the only alive U.S. president in the club. He acts as a prominent face to the club and has close ties with almost all the members. Bush is also in the lineage of many political leaders who were part of the club. During his presidency from 2001 to 2009, he did not neglect his club meetings and still socialized in the gatherings. Sources tell us that Bush is part of the Hillbillies camp in the club. Okay, anyway, the club is a private and exclusive organization that has been the subject of controversy over the years due to many things that this article don't talk about, but that's more on the hidden underground. But let me get back to the article. Due to its exclusion of women and minorities. Despite this, several presidents have been members of the club. They also addressed the Bohemian Grove member during their presidency, which has become a symbol of class and status. It is evident because the club costs $25,000 for its initial fee and $5,000 as annual dues. Hence, only the ruling elite can afford to be part of this social club. It is also true that the club is highly meticulous with its members, and the entry process is highly regulated. Additionally, the club has also faced immense backlash for its discriminatory practices against women and minorities. Many call it a white boys' retreat, which has been painted the club's has painted the club as highly controversial. So damn controversial, I'm stuttering through the article, because while I'm reading this very tame article, I'm thinking of all the things I have heard of Bohemian Grove and about Skull and Bones and what goes on. But anyway, here's just a little article. Welcome to the apocalypse. Have a great day. Peace.